as already said, managing partner of Fabric, been around for a decade, backing great founders in this space. Unfortunately, not enough in the DePin area, but great projects like Near and Ocean and Polkadot and so forth. Look, at Fabric, we've always maintained that the kind of superpower of Web3 is the ability to coordinate, get people to do stuff and deploy their activity and their resources. If you will, with a token, everybody achieves more. Team, get it? I made that up this morning. You can have it for free. This is a space I particularly love, actually, even though we haven't made investments. We're looking at how to sort of allocate and network bandwidth, actually as far back as last century. And we know that obviously the kind of granddaddy of use cases in this space is how proof of work is operating. We're proud of how that's in place. Proof of stake, obviously, now with the fantastic success of the merge just over a year ago. But you know, that's fantastic, but it couldn't be a more pivotal time to try and go to the next level. Because as we shift into kind of high gear in the move towards AI and perhaps even AGI beyond that, we're finding bottlenecks. And those bottlenecks, those scarce resources become incredibly expensive. And if we're going to avoid the centralization of power and profits and indeed possibly propaganda with, you know, companies that are driven by capitalism, we need to find a new business model, one that is decentralized, that has the same kind of economic impact as the centralized model. And I think if we do that, we can actually all create a system where the outcomes are actually far better than a kind of brittle, stovepipe, centralized model. It can be adaptive, it can be emergent, it can serve the needs of individuals and communities and the world at large. So what I'm saying is I think the stakes have never been higher. So with all that being said, I'm going to let the panelists do a little introduction to themselves. We're going to start with Rowland from IoTeX. And I want to say, he seems to be connecting sort of physical devices of pretty much every description. What we'd like him to do, given his Uber background, is to deliver a decentralized Uber and an open permissionless one. Yes. And they could all be operating together, and we can skirt around those puddles more effectively. But over to you, Rowland.
Sure.